We do see that this import ban is going to have an impact on the processing industry, both in the United States and Japan, but it will have an impact in China as well if they're not able to get at those materials that that they have demanded. In the last 5 to 10 years, there's been a lot of growth there.
And you mentioned before, I mean, a lot of the issue is classification, right, and how different countries label things. How can they get around that and get on the same page?
That is something that we're hoping that maybe through dialogue between the governments, that's something that they can all come together and decide, what, we have an opportunity here to work together to maybe change the paradigm or change the nomenclature and just agree that there are differences between, trash that is bound for a landfill because it's completely unusable versus materials like scrap and that can be recycled and used into new production that can replace the energy that is used to make virgin materials. It replaces the need to go mining, in our lands, and it replaces the need from having these high-value commodities go into landfills as well. And so that's what we're hoping. The U.S. is already has adopted and uses the word scrap and uses the words recyclable materials to classify our materials, and we hope that that's good leadership. And so if the policy can be much more clear about exactly what it is that they want to prevent and what it is that they are trying to ban, that's something that we're trying to get clarity on. This latest announcement listed a bunch of plastic scrap materials and paper, but it's not completely clear exactly what materials are banned. Is it that which is bound for landfill, or is it that which we believe can go back into a manufacturing process? And so having that clarity to us can then help prevent, I think, where we are today. We also think that we can be proactive in working with Chinese industry and working with the Chinese government to actually share some of our best practices and share with them operational and safety and environmental standards so that their own domestic processing industry also can be producing at a high caliber as the industry here in the United States.
Do you think the move will force other countries to find a way to take these items and make them more sustainable and recycle them?
I think so. I think that's been the evolution in the last 100 years of trying to determine how you can make materials, usable infinitely, which you find especially in scrap metals. And I think those innovations are always going to continue. We already see that. We see that the next generation of recyclable material is going to be in like carbon fiber and composites that you're seeing in new generations of aircraft, for example. So I know that those innovations are already in testing phases. There are people who are thinking about that. And then you also have innovation in technology, like how do you improve collection, how do you improve the processing down, and then how do you improve access to diversified markets and all that. So I definitely think it's already underway. I don't want to even say I definitely think it's possible. It's already underway.
All right, Adina Renee Adler, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.